It's that time again where we share our gaming pickups. And you guys have been extremely busy. You've been sending me loads of pictures, so I'm going to show everybody what you guys have been picking up at the end of the show. But before that, let's take a look at the stuff that I've managed to pick up over the last month. Now, unusually for me, I've bought quite a lot of modern stuff recently, but there are one or two retro titles as well. So let's start that off with a Sega Saturn title. This is Steam Gear Smash. Now this is a game published by Takara, and as you can see up there on the video, it's an isometric 3D platformer. Although it doesn't use polygons, it is all sprite based, and it is one hell of a tough game. Basically you have to clear certain objectives to get through one level to the next, and the levels are kind of maze-like, which can lead you to get lost quite often. Also, with it being an isometric viewpoint, it is a little bit difficult to, aim your weapon at the enemy. But to combat this, the game does give you 3 control choices, so there should be an option there to keep pretty much everybody happy. One thing I do like about this title, as with most of the earlier Sega Saturn games, it comes with a color printed disc. Now, in Japan, all Mega CD games, as far as I know, were color printed discs. And most of the early Sega Saturn games were color printed discs as well. Same with PlayStation as well. The earlier Japanese PlayStation games were also color printed. And then suddenly everything went monochrome. But it's good to see that modern games are going back to the color printed discs again. So yeah, Steam Gear Smash, a game which did shoot up in price at one point. It was going for around about 7,000 yen. Then it dropped back down to about 2,000 yen, and now it's slightly on its way back up again. So maybe now is the time to get it before it reaches those sky high prices once more. Okay, something else I picked up. This is not a game as such. This is the Sega game music presented by BB Queens. This is actually an audio CD, and what it is a couple of Sega music tracks. So we've got, for example, we've got a track from here from Outrun. We've got one from Ernest Evans, which isn't a Sega game, actually, it's Wolf Team. We got a game from Tenkafubu, not really a good game. Super Monaco GP, Afterburner, and Golden Axe 2. And what these are game music tracks which have vocals by pretty renowned Japanese singers. And I'm not talking like your typical here today gone tomorrow J-pop singers. These are professional singers which are fairly popular in Japan. Ones I know are Oguru Maki, which is on here somewhere. Yep. And we also got the lead singer from Blue, not the English group Blue. It's Bluew, I think that's how it's spelled. Sounds very much like the guy who leads Jaywalk, the one who did the opening theme for what's it called, Road Blasters FX or Road Avenger. But anyway, there are quite a few good tracks on here. So what I'm going to do is when we close out the show today, when I show everyone's gaming pickups, I'll play a track from it, and I'm going to do the track from Golden Axe 2 because it's quite moody, so I'll play that. Now, the reason why I'm including this in the gaming pickups is because it does actually have a game on it. When you put this into a Mega CD, you can play Teddy Boy. The first track on it is actually Teddy Boy Blues. Now, if you take a look at the CD up close, if it's going to focus, you can see the first track there says it's Teddy Boy Blues. So that's pretty cool. You do get a Mega CD game on the disc. And unlike the regular Teddy Boy Blues, you can choose any of the music on this disc as the background music, which is a little bit weird because most of it doesn't fit, but there you go. Okay. Now, sticking with the retro theme, I picked up something which I've been after for quite some while and I never did buy because they're really, really expensive. But I found this one for 6,000 yen, sold as junk untested. And the best thing is, it works perfectly. It's pretty big. Here we go. Yep, it's a Fujitsu FM Towns 2. Yeah, this is one pretty big beast. Now, as you can see, it is quite dirty, especially here. And yeah, it's pretty dirty around here as well. So it does need a good cleaning. and the insides are kind of dusty, so I gotta fix that. And the main reason why it was sold as not working, man, this is heavy, is because the original seller of it didn't have a 15-pin RGB compatible monitor. You can see here the video out is a 15-pin RGB. Now all he had to do to test it on any modern flat panel display with a VGA socket is just buy one of these, a 15-pin to standard RGB cable. So that's all he had to do. But because he didn't spend a couple of $100 on this cable, he couldn't test it, and it was sold as junk. A loss for him, but a win for me, so that's good stuff. And one other thing wrong with this is the power button on the front here. It kind of doesn't work. I mean, it will power on, but when you press it again to power off, the machine won't power off, so you basically gotta unplug it from the mains to switch it off. But the volume buttons work, and the joypad ports work, and everything else like that. And of course, the CD tray also works perfectly fine. No, God, it's heavy. So no problem with that. So what I've got to do is clean this all up, and once it's all cleaned up, I'll make a video of it and show you a little bit about the FM Towns. Basically, it's kind of like, I like to think of it as the Sharp X68000's little brother, even though it's made by Fujitsu. But yeah, it's a very impressive bit of kit. Very nice PC. And very good for gaming too. Okay, so on to the other games which I bought recently, and they're all modern games. And don't write in the comments, why didn't you buy it on the PlayStation 4? I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I don't have a PlayStation 4 Pro, okay? And I'm not going to buy one because I don't need one. I'm very happy with my Xbox One X. Thank you very much. Okay, so please don't write that in the comments. It's just annoying. Okay, and anyway, I don't want to sound like an elitist asshole here, but the games that I bought, even though two of them are multi-platform, are better on the Xbox One X. So, just saying. Okay, so anyway, first up we have not Rise of the Tomb Raider, that was the previous game. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Okay. So Shadow of the Tomb Raider is the follow-on from Rise of the Tomb Raider. Excellent game. It's got a couple of game modes in here, so you can play with Xbox One X enhanced graphics, or you can play with a higher frame rate. It's just a very good, very impressive looking, and very fun action game. As you can see up there, it looks very nice indeed. So yeah, very happy with that. Then we have an Xbox One X or Xbox One exclusive. This is Forza Horizon 4. Now, I'm very happy with Forza Horizon 4 because they actually went to the UK. And although it doesn't really feature the whole UK, it's mostly just the northern part from the Lake District up to Edinburgh. It does represent Edinburgh quite well. I went to Edinburgh 2 or 3 years ago with my family, and we visited the Golden Walk or whatever it's called, and Edinburgh Castle and so on. And although there are some details missing, what is represented in this game is very true to the actual city. So it was quite nice to drive around Edinburgh, and I was driving around there and I was telling my wife, what do you think this place is? And she went, oh, we've been there, haven't we? Which is pretty impressive because she never remembers anything, but she remembered it was Edinburgh from this game. And no, I wasn't even showing Edinburgh Castle. So yeah, anyway, Forza Horizon 4, it's more the same, drive around, do challenges, do races, go to beautiful scenery spots, whatever. But the difference about this one to the previous Xbox Forza Horizon games is this one gives you a choice. You can play 30 frames per second in true 4K, looks amazing, and it has a couple of extra special effects in there as well, graphical effects. Or you can play it with slightly toned down graphical effects, which I don't even notice that I'm missing, to be honest. And it's still 4K, but it runs in 60 frames per second, and it's absolutely beautiful and great to play. So I'm very happy with that. And finally, the reason why I put off making this video recently is because I was waiting for this game to come. Red Dead Redemption 2, yes, it's finally here. I did order this from Amazon Japan, and I should have got it on day release, but they waited until 2 days after day of release to tell me I gotta wait till the end of November or early December. So like F there. So I jumped onto the internet and got it from PlayAsia. They got it to me from Hong Kong in 2 days. It arrived yesterday, and I had a good couple of hours play on it, and what I've seen so far is amazing. I really do like it. I don't really need to go into it. A lot of people on the net have already done that, but let's just say the first chapter of it, where you're in the snowy mountains, the deformation on the snow when you walk through it, or the horses gallop through it, or the cars drive through it, is the best I've ever seen. It looks amazing. It really is that good. And thumbs up to Rockstar. They've actually put it on 2 discs. So there's this disc which is just full of data, and there's the other disc which is in the machine at the moment, which is data and the play disc. Now I'm very happy they did that, because that means in the future we don't have to rely on downloading a crap load of data to play the game. It's already here on the 2 discs. Although there was a 3 GB update, as to be expected. Okay, so before we finish up, I'd just like to let you know that we did the Patreon giveaway on the last live stream. Now, due to the time the live stream went out, a lot of people didn't see it, so I'd just like to recap at the moment who got the goodies for this month's Patreon giveaway. So Judas Echoes, he got the, what's it called? The Game Color B handheld. Yes, this is the one with the farting panda on it. So he got that, so that will be sent to him pretty soon. And I did actually have another box of Sonic the Hedgehog curry lying around, which I completely forgot about. It's in date until the 12th of June 2020, so that's got a lot of shelf life left on it. And that's going to John Perry, so that will be sent out to John pretty soon as well. If you'd like to be up for the next Patreon giveaway, then just become a Patreon. A $1 donation to the channel will get you into the Patreon giveaway. It doesn't matter how much you donate, everybody is entitled to the giveaway. And we'll be doing the next giveaway the end of this month, end of November, I hope. If not the end of November, it will be very early December. So yeah, I'll put the link in the video description down below, and as you can see there's a bit of text to show you where to head if you want to become a Patreon subscriber. And if you don't, that's fine, no problem. As long as you enjoy the videos, I'm cool with that. Okay, so as always, we're going to end the gaming pickups with a look at all the stuff that you guys have been buying. And if you'd like to donate your pictures to be featured on the next gaming pickups video, the email address is down below here on the screen. Sadly, I'm not going to put it in the video description because, well, whatever, I'll put it in the video description. Doesn't matter. Okay, so anyway, if you want your videos to be, if you want your pictures to be featured on the next Game Pickups video, that's the address to send them off to. Okay, so without further ado, let's see what you guys have been buying, and as always, keep on gaming and enjoy your games. Burning deep in my soul, my enemy will never be in control.